Hello everyone, welcome to today's episode of Exploring Ideas. I am Ruddha Savita, your host, and today we are diving into a fascinating topic, sports and nationalism. Sports are often seen as a universal language, breaking barriers and uniting people together. But when combined with nationalism, it means different. They take a whole new dimension. We'll explore how sports promote national pride, fosters unity, and sometimes even integrate rivalries. To guide us on this topic, I will ask few questions to my friends. So Pujit, here's a question. How can sports contribute to a sense of national identity?
Sports can foster the sense of national identity by uniting the people from different backgrounds and regions within a country. National teams and sporting events, such as the Olympics or the World Cup, give citizens a common cause to rally around, reinforcing pride and a common sense of belonging.
So Pujit, in what ways can sports to be a tool for political nationalism?
Sports can serve as the platform for political expression with national teams symbolizing a country's strength and unity. Governments and political leaders often use sports to promote their national pride.
So Utkarsh, here's my question for you. Can nationalism in sports ever lead to a conflict?
Yes, nationalism in sports can sometimes lead to conflict, especially during intense international rivalries. National pride can spill over to aggressive or violent behavior between fans. Political tension may arise if there is a sporting event perceived as a symbol of broader geopolitical struggles.
So Utkarsh, how has nationalism been expressed in Olympics?
Nationalism is prominently featured in Olympics, where athletes compete under their country's flag and anthem. National pride is often on display when countries' players win medals, and some moments such as 1936 Berlin Olympics, where the stage has been used as a statement of political purpose or propagandas.
So Ansh, how does sports nationalism differ between countries?
Sports nationalism varies across nations. In countries with a history of international competitions like Brazil or Germany, national pride is often deeply connected in sporting success. In contrast, countries with less international exposure might view sports as an opportunity to build or assert national identity on the world stage.
So Ansh, do you think athletes do play a role in shaping the national identity?
Athletes often become national heroes embodying the values and spirit of their country. Their success on the global stage can evaluate national pride and inspire citizens, particularly when athletes come from marginalized communities, symbolizing unity and national strength.
Soumya, how can sports be a bridge between ethnic and cultural divides within a nation?
Sports can act as unifying forces by creating a shared experience that can transcend ethnic, linguistic, and cultural divisions. When citizens of diverse backgrounds cheer for a national team or an athlete, it can promote inclusivity and reduce divisions, offering a collective identity based on pride in national achievement.
So Soumya, what do you think? What is the relationship between football and nationalism in countries like Argentina and England?
In both Argentina and England, football is not just a game, it is interviewed with country's national identity. In Argentina, football national team represents both pride and passion, and for England, football has a historical significance tied to country's global identity.
So Atar, how did the 1995 Rugby World Cup contribute to national unity?
The 1995 Rugby World Cup in South Africa played a key role in the reconciliation post-apartheid process. Nelson Mandela used the tournament to unite a racially divided nation, with the national team's victory serving as a powerful symbol of unity and national pride.
So Atar, can nationalism in sports sometimes undermine international cooperations.
Yes, sometimes nationalisms in sport can create tensions which can undermine international cooperation. When sports events become battleground for political and national pride, they exaggerate political events, as seen in instances of boycotts or protests during international competition, when the focus shifts from friendly competition to political rivalry.
So, Arnav, can sports help improve international relation?
Absolutely. Sports are often called a soft power tool for diplomacy. They provide a neutral platform where nations can engage in friendly competition, reducing tensions and building relationships. One great example is the concept of cricket diplomacy, which we all are common. Between India and Pakistan, despite political tensions, cricket matches between these two countries have sometimes opened the door for dialogue and better relations. Sometimes the Olympics are a platform where nations set aside their differences to celebrate athletic excellence together. Sports can humanize countries for one another, creating mutual respect and understanding, even when the rivalries exist. They often remain within the boundaries of healthy competition, showing the potential sports to promote peace.
So, Aishman, can sports ever lead to negative expression of nationalism?
Unfortunately, yes. While usually sports promote unity, but in such cases it becomes toxic. For example, during a high stakes match between rivals like India and Pakistan, emotions can run high, fans may resort to lead to arguments, social media trolling, and sometimes physical altercation. Such situations highlight the dark side of nationalism, defeating an opponent at any cost. In extreme cases, it can even lead to political tension between nations. Sports are meant to be unite, but when nationalism becomes aggressive, it defeats that purpose.
So, Aishman, how do you think government used sports to boost nationalism?
Governments have long recognized the power of sports as the tool for building a national pride for their country and projecting positive image. Hosting international sporting events like Olympics or FIFA World Cup allows the nation to showcase their cultural heritage and economic strength and global influence. For instance, during 1936 Berlin Olympics, Nazi Germany used the event to promote their political ideology, portraying itself as a dominant global power. While controversial, this example shows how sports can be strategically used to promote nationalism on a global stage. Even today, governments celebrate victories to inspire citizens to promote unity. When a national team wins, it often becomes a symbol of the country's strength, resilience, or capability. Hey Rudra, what are your views on the context of sports and nationalism?
Aishman, I think nationalism in general is referred to as strong sense of loyalty and pride in one's own country. But in the terms of sports, it means different. That is, fans passionately supporting their teams or athletes representing the nation. For instance, we take FIFA World Cup, where millions of fans gather around just to support their teams by different slogan chantings, waving flags, and wearing their country's colors, which also creates an electrifying atmosphere. This sense of pride often goes beyond the game. Athletes wearing the national jersey becomes a symbol for representing the dreams and aspirations of the entire nation. The athlete's victory feels like fans' own victory. So this creates an emotional bridge between the fans' achievement and the national achievement.
So Rudra, how do sports events promote national unity?
Sports have a magical way of uniting people together, crossing all the barriers of religion, society, and caste, also politics. When a country's teams play a match, all the people from different work comes together just to support their team, show their unity. For example, in India, where cricket is not just a game, it's an emotion. It's the passion of the fans that binds the nation. If the Indian cricket team wins a World Cup match, all the fans crossing street comes together and support their teams and celebrate, irrespective of caste and different integrals. Thank you guys for listening to Exploring Ideas. Stay tuned for our next episode where we will tackle another exciting topic. Until that, keep cheering for your favorite teams and remember, sports are celebration of humanity.